Hi everybody, welcome to G for G here on YouTube. Today we are taking a look at the newest hero in Heroes of the Storm, and it is Garrosh from World of Warcraft. So Garrosh was a war chief for the Horde for some time when Thrall decided to step down. Basically, during the events of Cataclysm in World of Warcraft, Thrall sort of started to come away from his more war chiefy warrior side and go a little bit more shaman-ish. He had to deal with the elements that were all screwed up thanks to Deathwing. He kind of gets like separated into the elements for a little while towards the end of Cataclysm. I think it's when Firelands came out. And he decided to bail. So he's like, hey Garrosh, you do it. Now, I do believe one of the places where we see Garrosh at first is doing the commander stuff by the war table in Borean Tundra. If I remember correctly, that was him. Well, obviously during Mists of Pandaria, his bloodlust for killing Alliance and everything kind of consumes him, and he actually becomes a major bad guy in Mists of Pandaria, eventually becoming the final boss in the Siege of Argrimmar instance. And, of course, he had some mechanics that newbie stoobies will always wind up failing. So now, here he is in Heroes of the Storm, and he is also generally the warrior representation in Hearthstone. And he actually brings some of his Hearthstone elements with him. A little bit. And that's mostly from the armor up. So, the packages containing him are the Garrosh Heroic Bundle, Garrosh himself, and the Mad Axe Garrosh Skin Pack. Also up for sale this week, we have the Warcraft Armory Bundle, which gives us a Purple Zul'jin, Deadly Logosh Varian, Warsong Hellblade Samuro, Saronite Ironclaw Rhaegar, and Ivory Demon Hunter Valeera. Of this pack, I think the Valeera one is pretty cool. Dealt with an entire expansion of people looking like this in Wrath of the Lich King. You know, it's the Mists of Pandaria looking Samura over there. Not actually that crazy about the Logosh stuff for Varian, but people might like it. And this is just a strange color for him. Can't imagine trolls really looking like that. And then we have the 8/8 weekly sale, which is Brightwing and Karazim. And you also get Crown Prince Arthas, Flame Dragon Karazim, Sand Desert Zagara, Infernal Sulfuron Ragnaros, Flying Monkey Brightwing, Creepy Face, SI7 Bloodfang Valeer, which I think is really cool.
Well met, my friend.
The Spectre Phantom Hoverbike, and the Citrine Cyberwolf. Pretty good bundle for $8.28, but there's a lot of stuff grabbing your money. And then, of course, you have the Mad Axe Garrosh Skin Pack, which is Biohazard Mad Axe, Frozen Mad Axe, and Mad Axe Garrosh. Completely out of Mad Max over here. Mediocre. And then there is the Heroic Bundle, which gives you Garrosh, the 3 skins, and, well, 1 model, 3 skins, and then you have this cool bike. The Road Boar is very cool. It looks very World of Warcraft-ish. The Biohazard one kind of looks like some of Valeera's outfits, and then the Frozen one, to me, kind of looks rather simple, because everything's blue. It loses... You know, here we have the red with the orange flames. The gear is red and silver. Here, I mean, I know there's blue flames, but it looks like everything is just blue. I don't think the definition between the colors is quite as nice. At 2,670 gems, that is actually more than $20 for the whole pack. Not by much, but a little bit. So, even if you were to get 20 and 5, you're still about 170 short, so it's about $26 and a half if you want to convert it. I have Diablo Daily, so I won't be getting to him right away. And then we have the Starcross bundle, which gives us Leave Me, an Uberak ETC, and then gives you level 8000 ETC, Spectre ETC, a new Obelisk, which is pretty cool, actually. I like that. Templar Leave Me, Onyx Templar Leave Me, Void Templar Leave Me, and another ETC.
Do you require the aid of a wizard?
So she has a different voiceover. I kind of like the Onyx one over there. There's some decent definition with the blue. The Void makes her look a little wraithy, necro-y, sort of. And that looks a lot like Tassadar. I could see people getting that confused with Tassadar being a surprise. So here is Garrosh in his, so here we go. This is Garrosh. Here's his abilities. He's 750 gems or 1500 gold. If you've got the gold, spend the gold, as it will likely drop the cost of other things down a little bit. So I will go ahead and buy them. Because it's not like you spend gold that much else lately. And then the gems go down over here. And it means you could just get the skins over here. But honestly, the bikes do look pretty cool. And most of the colors do go well with other people. So I think it's worth it. So let's take a look at his skins over here. So by default, you get the standard color, Shattered Hand, and you can see it's right there on his chest. He's got the symbol of the Shattered Hand clan. And there's also Glorious Garrosh, which it's not exactly alliancey, it's just different. In the same model, you also have Deadly Garrosh, and then one of my favorites is Blackrock, which was an instance that it's been an instance all over World of Warcraft, but there was Blackrock within the second tier of Warlords of Draenor. Abilities: Groundbreaker, deal 81 damage to enemies in an area. Heroes hit on the outer edge or pull towards Garrosh. Bloodthirst, deal damage, heal for 10% of his missing health. Healing is increased by 100% against heroes. Wrecking Ball. Miley Cyrus comes in. No. Throw a nearby enemy, hero, minion, or mercenary to the target location, dealing damage to enemies near the impact, and then they get slowed for 2.5 seconds. Armor Up. This is from Hearthstone. Gains 1 armor for every 2% of his maximum health missing. It says it has a cooldown. I wonder if that's a cooldown of when it procs. Warlord's Challenge, a silence and a AoE taunt for 1.5 seconds. And a Decimate, which is pretty cool. This is what I was playing around with in training. Deal 50 damage to nearby enemies, slow them, and deal 100% more damage to heroes, and each hero hit reduces the cooldown. He's a melee warrior, so he's basically a bruiser. He's not really a tank, even though he's sort of the opposite of squishies. We will talk about his talents by jumping into the training area. Too bad the clickable things are gone. So today is kind of like a mini Blizzard day. In World of Warcraft, LFR has opened up for the final boss, so Kill Jaden is available in LFR if you're not currently killing him on normal, heroic, or mythic. Overwatch has got the Summer Games coming back, and I don't know if the Hearthstone Wrath of the Lich King packs are out. I don't think so, because they said the middle of August. So here on the level 1, pull heroes to empower Groundbreaker. Now, the pull heroes part of this is you see that extra line at the end of the cone? That's the pull zone. That's not always that easy to set up. So you might not like the quest. I am going to go ahead and do Unrivaled Strength. So if you are close up to somebody, it's a very tricky ability. It sort of reminds me of any of the more... See, yeah, that was... I didn't want to throw a menu, but it was right there in my face, so that's what I got. If we back away from combat, you'll see what it looks like when you don't have somebody right in your face.
We must attack now. To arms!
So, here, this is where somebody's going to land, and this inner circle is where I'm going to grab somebody. And that's his ring for Bloodthirst, and that's his cone, sort of like the Lucio Boop, for his Groundbreaker. So now here's a route, which is perfect. And now if I'm nut hugging him like this, and I go to Wrecking Ball again, I should have no problem. Yep, there we go. So now we're going to set the level up to 20, and we're going to take a look at the rest of his talents. So I'm going to do Unrivaled Strength again, which honestly, if you want to go for Warbreaker, definitely do it. If you're doing like quick play and you don't have a real lot of synergy with your team, that might be the way to go. But if you have good crowd control like this Varian, and you are potentially working with your teammates, you might like Unrivaled Strength, just to have some good combos. And as you can see, he slowed pretty well. My armor was up at 2 for a second, but then it dropped. So here on the level 4, Bloodthirst kills reset the cooldown. Increase Bloodthirst damage against non-heroes by 60%. Killing enemies with Bloodthirst resets its cooldown and refunds its mana cost. Basic attacks reduce Bloodthirst cooldown by 2 seconds, or activate to become unstoppable for 1.5 seconds. Not unkillable, just uncrowd controllable and such. So we're going to go for the basic. And we're going to watch that reduction. And I'm going to get Arthas right at the door, because he just died in the pickup. So Bloodthirst cooldown was going on. Groundbreaker reduces attack speed of heroes hit. I didn't go into Brute Force, so that talent is out. Basic attacks reduce spell power. Activate to throw an ally. I will show that to you. Here I missed. I didn't actually get anything unless I got the minion and it killed it while it was getting picked up. But as you can see, my armor went up pretty well over here. So I'm going to hang on this gate for a little bit. We'll see if Arthas comes into vision. Okay, so Warlord's Challenge and Decimate. I like Decimate because it's got 3 charges, and it also plays into his kit. So now he's slowed. I'll slow him again. Then I'm going to throw a minion, apparently. Okay. There's my armor up at 12 because of the damage that I'm taking. Now, I feel like Decimate's slow doesn't maybe seem to be as much of a slow as it looks on paper. It just seems like it's not slowing as much as it should. Not that he's moving at the moment. Groundbreaker pull grants a shield. Again, that's only in the pull zone, that extra part of the cone. Bloodthirst heals over time. Activate armor up to increase the bonus.
These whelps don't stand a chance. Face me.
I mean, he's got a really good crowd control kit. And I think that's one of the best ways of playing him, is almost treating him like an Artanis to a certain degree. He's got like an Alarak kind of ability, but he's got an Artanis type of kit. Because imagine pulling in from the Groundbreaker, slowing him with a Decimate, and then flinging him. And then your team just descends upon him.
That was rather entertaining.
Wrecking Ball stuns enemies near impact. Reduce Wrecking Ball cooldown on pulled targets. Groundbreaker slows pulled heroes. Again, this is only if you're doing the pulls, so I'm going to go with Earth Shatter. I'm going to wait and see if he gets in my cone. I'm going to grab him back for more. I'm going to slow him. See if I can throw Malf at him. That's just... I think Into the Fray is going to be trolly as fuck. I can imagine, like, if this was quick play and this Malfurion pissed me off because he didn't heal me, and I just start, like, flinging him over forts or something. But I mean, look at that crowd control with the root follow-up and everything. That's nuts. Decimate reduces damage dealt. Wrecking Ball throws an additional enemy. Or Body Check gains an additional charge, or increase the Warlord duration. I'm going to go with the Decimate reducing damage. And even if you just give him a little hop like that, he's going to go up in the air, he's going to be controlled, and then he's going to land, he's going to stun. So even if you don't fling him, it's essentially an interrupt and a stun. It's, if you get a little trigger happy, it's a very easy ability to screw up. You know, if that was live, that could have been funny. I essentially threw the Malf to cut off Arthas, and the Malf decided to run away. So there you go, guys. There is a look at Garrosh's kit. I'm going to reset the talents really quick so that we can pick the other heroics. So we'll go with Unrivaled, Thirst for Battle. Base, yeah, we will do Intimidation because that one's not pull based. Warlord's Challenge. Bloodthirst heals over time. Groundbreaker slows pulled enemies. We'll do the Earth Shatter, and the Warlord's Duration. So I'm gonna walk in. Damn. Toggle cooldowns. We'll get some minions going again. See now, where it gets tough is when you start flinging when you have minions around. Oh, okay. See, again, like, I got a minion over there. I didn't get him. Now, there was the AoE stun, so I essentially threw a minion and stunned him, but... I'll let him walk out. Oh, that should have brought him back. Now, tanking tower shots like this is pretty good if you get a little bit of heals and you get your bloodthirst, because look at the armor. So as long as this Malf keeps up a decent heal on me, my armor's getting, like, really jacked up. Unfortunately, you don't get vision for throwing a minion. Oh, nice. I pulled him into Malf's Twilight memes. That's pretty cool. That was fun. Throwing somebody into a Twilight meme. So, of course, he's going to have a lot of synergy with other crowd control. Your Stiches, your Dahaka Drags, your Emerald Wind pushing away if you want to, your Roots from Malf, your Alarak pushes and, you know, Artanis Prisms. You could get a ridiculous... Diablo would be another one that would be good with him. He's good with anybody who likes crowd control. Could throw somebody into a Falstad, Hinterlands Blast, jump somebody who's been isolated by a Dahaka. I mean, obviously, flinging people over fort walls and everything's going to be a deal. Flinging somebody out of the pack a little bit so that Stukov can arm the person. Yeah, got the minion. Sadly, got the minion there. So it's a tough ability to pull off. It's definitely requires some skill. Just know that the moment you hit the button, you're picking the target landing zone. It's not really the target, it's where the person's gonna land after the PC decides what you're gonna pick up over here. I can't really say what will counter him. Not so much burst damage because of the armor. Not even so much crowd control. Potentially stuns. I mean, stuns are anybody's bane. I would say perhaps really ranged casters, your Limis, your Rexars, your Kales, your Janas. Anybody where he can't get in on the person and let his bloodthirst healing do the job. That could be a little bit dicey. It'd be interesting to see him run with Varians and just having like chain taunts going on. See, like there, I thought I was going to get the wizard and I just got a regular random minion instead. So it's... Wrecking Ball's a very interesting ability. But that finally was a nice combo over there. So, alright guys, there is a look at Garrosh on live. I seem to have a near permanent hot rolling over there. Maybe that was the bloodthirst healing over time. He does look to be fun. He does seem to have a pretty decent health pool. I really wouldn't consider him a tank, as it's very hard for him to initiate. Wow. Wow, the AI Malf is spicy. Hey Malf, here. That was a nice example of continued control over him. I threw him in front of me, allowing me to cut off his retreat. And then when he decided to retreat, I just got him with the grip. So, I mean, the grip is a little tough to get. not awful. But I foresee lots of people throwing minions with wrecking balls instead of the heroes. But enjoy. He's got some good health. I don't know that I would consider him a tank because he lacks initiation, even though he's really good on control. I think it would also pair well with Zul'jin if Zul'jin gets people slowed with the axes. You can call these guys axe bros or something, but he does seem to be fun. If you can get the big pack with the motorcycles, I think that'd be cool. I think those mounts are good, and I think the alternate skins are very good, especially if you liked Mad Max, the movie. Do I think he's mediocre? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Peace out, everybody, and enjoy the video.